Hey, what's up guys? I can't talk for long. I haven't posted recently because I've been on the hunt for the truth. I've suffered some weird shit online. I think I'm onto something, but I think there's someone following me. I can't talk right now, I need to go. Hey, look who it is. It's my favourite viewer. You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. And by a little secret, I mean, cool cat. That shit's fucked up, right? Okay, all joking aside though, I'm being serious here. I've done some research, prompted by a few people, into cool cat. And the more you look into it, the weirder it gets. Let's start at the beginning. Cool Cat's published by Derek Savage. On the surface, what the fuck was that? Hang on. On the surface, he seems like a pretty normal dude. He's an author, writes novels and scripts and stuff, mainly for kids and that. But then when you look deeper into it, it starts to get slightly odd. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Alright, well, my chair just completely broke. Now, the ordinary person would look at that and think, oh well, that chair was a year old, it's had its time, it's probably bound to break eventually. But no, I'm more woke than that. I see it as sabotage. Derek Savage, he knows I'm onto him, and he purposefully broke my chair in an attempt to stop me uncovering the truth. Any source you look at, be it Google or something like FictionDB, which is an online service providing listings of everybody's fictional publishings, says that Derek Savage has only ever posted one series, and that's Cool Cat, which is odd because you'd think that an author would publish more than one series. But every single one of these books is a Cool Cat book, according to what he's published anyway. Apart from one book, his first book that was officially published in 2001, Hell's Nightmare. Hell's Nightmare is a love story set in the last days. Now what I think is Hell's Nightmare isn't just his first book, it's a plea for help. I think he's being hunted down or possessed by demons or something like that. I think he's going crazy, and I think this is just the start of his saga. Because after that, it took him a whole 9 years to officially publish, his next book, which was Cool Cat Loves the Beach. What happened in those 9 years where he went from being a romance publisher, creating Hell's Nightmare, to Cool Cat Loves the Beach? It's a real mystery indeed, but I think I can answer that. If you go to Derek Savage's main website, www.dereksavage.com, which I wouldn't recommend because it's not a secure website and your computer might actually die, but I'm doing it just to prove a point here, you'll find that not everything's quite right. You get his normal sections, like children's books by Derek Savage, where you'll find his Cool Cats series, and some other stuff, and I'll get onto why that's weird in a second. We've also got other sections here, such as 420 themed projects, movies and documentary films, and novels and screenplays. Now the difference between each of these sections is that half of them don't actually exist. If you look at movies and documentary films, he's released 2 movies, Cool Cat Kids Superhero and Gun Self-Defense for Ladies. Now as far as I can tell, Cool Cat Kids Superhero has actually been released with actors and it's, fully viewable. I wouldn't recommend it, I've not watched it myself and I don't want to put myself through that. But Gun Self-Defense for Ladies, that's not been released yet, much like the majority of the stuff on his webpage. Now that's where we get to the weird part here, because when I was saying earlier, I made sure to say that all of his officially published books were the Cool Cat series and Hell's Nightmare. But in reality, on his webpage he's got loads of books, absolutely tons of them, that he's written, or at least he says he's written, but aren't actually available, and they don't exist. If I take his screenplay Bad Boy, for example, Bad Boy the Male Dancer, you can look at his page and it will give you a brief description of the actual play, but you can't get anything further than that. You look online, it doesn't exist. It's just odd that he would advertise this on his page when it's not real, or at least I don't think it's real. I've not found anything on it, and I'll take another look at one of his other books then. If I take a look at, I don't know, I Have Cancer, a medical marijuana story. Well, it talks about the movie as if it's already a thing, as if he's actually released it already, and he's even got a quote here from R. Anthony, who is a Primetime Emmy Award winner, her saying, finally, a marijuana-themed movie that has great meaning, but the movie's not out, and if you look it up, it says it's classed as an in-development project. So I don't know what this means. If he's faking that quote entirely, and he's just made this website to advertise stuff that isn't real, in which case he's, I don't know, delusional or something, or if it goes deeper than that, which I haven't got a clue. Okay, so maybe I can look past the weird advertising stuff that doesn't actually exist part. It might be that, I don't know, he is working on them and he just wants to get out an advertisement for stuff that he's planning to do in the future. Maybe that might be the case, I don't know. Not going to judge him on that. But I will mention the really odd, subtly adult themes in all of his books. Now, I'm not talking about stuff like I Have Cancer or God's Wrath, The Second Coming, because that's obviously, gonna have adult themes in it. I'm talking about his children's book section, in which there are really odd, very subtle but odd adult themes in the books, which makes them really odd. You've got books like Cool Cat Loves the Soldiers. You've got this knockoff G-Man looking fella, and Cool Cat, who is clearly joining the army or something. But it's such an odd message to promote, really, to a kid's book, to say oh, soldiers are really cool, love the soldiers. I get you should be promoting the army, it's a good thing. Well, I guess having people join the army is probably good, but I don't know, it's an odd thing to have in a children's book, I guess. You've got normal messages. Cool Cat stops bullying, that's good job, Cool Cat. Cool Cat loves baseball, well, a lot of people like baseball. Cool Cat loves the beach, and he's got this weird woman with her, with him, sorry, just chilling on the beach. But then you look at his other books as well, and you've got Trolley the Trout, which is another of his series. I don't think it's been published, but it's there. Now you've got Trolley and the Necklace. Alright, fair enough. Alright, Trolley's found a necklace, cool on him. Trolley, The Adventures of Trolley. He's going on an adventure, he makes some friends, good for him. And you've got Trolley Finds a Gun. Now, I'm not sure why Trolley Finds a Gun is a thing. If I take a look at it in more depth, oh no, it's not a link. It doesn't actually exist on his webpage, it seems. Hang on, let me look this up. Okay, so I look it up and it doesn't exist. When I look up Trolley the Trout, Trolley Finds a Gun, the third link I get is an ISIS news article, which is good. But, like I said, that just proves my point. It's a really odd thing to have in a children's book. I mean, granted, they're not published, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but still, it's just strange. And I'm not quite sure why any of this exists, really. Good on him, he's a publisher, making do with what he's got, I guess. But, just keep this in mind. Next time you're out in the streets and you hear someone, they're talking about Cool Cat, just watch out, because you never know when Derek Savage is about.